All right. It's a big item here, but until you digest the significance of it, the Justice Department saying, you know what, we're out of the debating Obamacare business. We're not going to be arguing on its behalf anymore. The former New York Lieutenant Governor Betsy McCaughey, of course, was on this. Still has the notebook of the law itself, takes it everywhere she goes. I advised her the notebook's in bad shape, the binder itself. She could afford to get a new one. But you were telling me during the break, this is a significant development. Why?
Well, this is a very significant development because the Affordable Care Act is really two laws glued together. An expansion of Medicaid, which will be unaffected by this court case, but also a massive federal takeover of the individual insurance market. And when it was challenged before the Supreme Court, the argument was, well, where in the Constitution does the federal government have the right to take over the health insurance market? It's always been regulated by the states. And where does it give the federal government the power to order every individual to buy health insurance and dictate what kind? Well, John Roberts, Chief Justice, surprised all of us by saying, well, I see it in this taxing power because there's a penalty if you don't do it, and we're going to call that a tax. But then the new tax reform law zeroed out that tax. And without the tax, there is no longer a constitutional justification for this massive takeover of health insurance.
So if that were to go back to the Supreme Court, not that it would.
It could.
Okay, it would be shot down.
That's right, because the justices said that was the only justification. After all, they made it very clear in that 2012 landmark decision that under the Commerce Clause, which is how the Obama administration initially defended this law, there was no justification for giving the federal government that kind of power over individuals and what they buy.
So where does the law stand now, Betsy, with the Justice Department out of the we're going to be defending this business?
Well, there will still be litigation because many other states are weighing in on the other side of this argument. You've got 20 states saying that this part of Obamacare that tells people what kind of insurance they have to buy and tells insurance companies what kind they have to sell, it's unconstitutional. But you've got other states like California and New York that are weighing in on the other side of this. So there will be litigation, or it'll take several months to decide. But I predict that this part of Obamacare will be struck down. Of course, another part, the massive expansion of Medicaid, which is where most people newly covered got their coverage, that will stay.
Now, my governor, I'm from New Jersey, the new Governor Murphy, Democrat, has come in and saying he wants to reinstate that.
He already did it. He already did it. It was passed and signed into law in New Jersey.
So what does that mean if other states do that? That's a separate life support, right?
Well, that's true. But two things. First, it tells the residents of his state what Donald Trump and the Republicans gave you, the freedom to choose whether you want Obamacare or not, the Democrats are taking away. It's bad politics, right? But secondly, there's a much better way to make health insurance available for people with pre-existing conditions and still affordable for everybody else in the individual market. And that is what several states are already doing. Pay the insurance companies back for the cost of the very high-cost sick patient. That will keep the premiums down and affordable for everyone else in the individual market.
They should be in a separate pool.
A separate pool or just subsidized at the end of the year.
All right. Very good seeing you again, Betsy. Very much. Betsy McCaughey, the former New York Lieutenant Governor, expert on all things related to that health care law that's sort of unraveling as we speak.